On May 17, 2025, the Binhu International Convention and Exhibition Center in Hefei, Anhui Province became the focus of the world's attention, where the 11th Roto World Expo was grandly opened. The exhibition hall was crowded with people, compared with previous years. A significant phenomenon is the surge in the number of overseas buyers, especially Egypt, Nigeria, Iran, Indonesia, Venezuela and other countries' delegations are the most active. They are around the Chinese booth in depth exchanges. The atmosphere is warm and unusual. This unprecedented situation, the source of which refers directly to the recent shock the world of India-Pakistan air war, the Pakistan Air Force driving the Chinese-made J-10C fighter, equipped with advanced KL-J-7 active phased array radar. In the confrontation successfully shot down India's introduction of the French Rafale, at great expense, and itself as a fighter. In the confrontation, it successfully shot down the French Rafale, which was introduced by India at a huge cost, while itself recorded an overwhelming record of 0 battle losses. This ironclad combat case was repeatedly mentioned at the exhibition, becoming the most powerful endorsement of the performance of the Chinese radar and fighter aircraft, and the credibility it brings is difficult to compare with any paper data. The venue's enthusiasm and not far away from the silence in stark contrast, once threw thousands of dollars to purchase Rafale. India, at this moment can only be in a complex state of mind to observe this event led by China's military strength. The actual battle is like a thunderbolt, completely shattered the long-shrouded in the J-10C series of fighters, on the combat experience cloud of doubt. Prior to this, although China actively marketed the J-10C to Indonesia, Serbia, Iran and other countries at a very sincere friendship price, potential buyers were always skeptical about the effectiveness of this model without the baptism of fire, and missed the best opportunity to get their hands on it, at a white-collar price, when they were uncertain. However, potential buyers were always skeptical about the effectiveness of this aircraft, which had not been battle-tested, and missed the best time to get their hands on it, at a bargain price. However, when the dust of the India-Pakistan air war settled, the J-10C won the battle with irrefutable results. After this battle, the international attraction of this warplane has undergone a subversive change. From the door to the market, the world is eager to obtain a strong air power at a reasonable price if the country will be flocked to. The iron law of the market is clear. Supply and demand determine value. J-10C from to be verified products jump to become a hot production capacity can keep up with the sudden increase in orders has been a real challenge. The initial hesitation of the buyers, and now want to get started, that the very tempting initial offer is afraid to have gone. It is no coincidence that the J-10C was able to shine in its first real combat. As a competitive aircraft, built by China's aviation industry after years of refinement, the J-10 series has developed 7 important models, becoming a solid barrier to defend the country's airspace. The victory in the air battle is the inevitable result of its excellent comprehensive performance and efficient use in the complex battlefield environment. Its unique duck wing plus delta wing aerodynamic layout gives the fighter aircraft extraordinary low and medium altitude maneuvering and fighting capabilities, and supersonic flight performance. The well-designed DSI intake effectively reduces structural weight and further enhances agility. The generational advantages of the avionics system are the key to victory. The advanced airborne active phased array radar has powerful multi-target detection, tracking and processing capabilities, and can play stably even in the fierce electromagnetic confrontation environment. The infrared search and tracking system makes it possible to lock the target quietly under the state of radar silence, which greatly enhances battlefield survivability and stealthiness of attack. The long range of Thunderbolt 1.5E over-the-horizon air-to-air missiles, and the ability of discovering the enemy first and firing before the enemy, together with the efficient data chain command, make the J-10C able to complete a fatal strike before the opponent realizes it. The actual battle proved that it is this systematic advantage of seeing farther, hitting earlier, and stronger missiles that makes the Rafale sink before catching the traces of the J-10C. This is the modern over-the-horizon (OTH) fighter. This is the real form of modern over-the-horizon air combat, not the so-called combat experience of some countries in the asymmetric battlefield of pure ground attack. The emergence of J-10C is actually a microcosm of the gorgeous transformation of Chinese military products from affordable to efficient and reliable in the international market. For a long time, Chinese weapons have become an important choice for many developing countries, such as Pakistan and Myanmar, to enhance their national defense force by virtue of their significant price advantage and flexible financing options, with cost-effective as their core label. Take the Dragon Block 3 fighter aircraft, for example, its unit price is only about $30 million US dollars, only a quarter of the French Rafale, but also equipped with active phased array radar and PL-15E missiles and other advanced subsystems. The budget of countries with limited attraction. The attraction for countries with limited budgets is huge. What's more, China has always adhered to the principle of not attaching political conditions in the military trade, and can provide timely and reliable technical support and after-sales protection, which are often difficult for Western arms dealers to reach. The India-Pakistan air war is undoubtedly a globally recognized, hardcore advertisement for the effectiveness and reliability of Chinese weapons. However, it is intriguing to note that even though the J-10C has already shot down the West's top 4.5-generation fighters in combat, some of the inherent cognitive bias still exists. A May 20th report in the Bangladeshi media revealed this mentality. Its domestic experts proposed that the Bangladesh Air Force should spend a huge amount of money to introduce the European Tranche 3 Plus version of the Typhoon as a high-end core, supplemented by a relatively low-end version of the J-10CE. The expert believes that the Typhoon should be introduced as the high-end core at a huge cost, supplemented by the relatively low-end J-10CE for a so-called high-low mix. The expert believes that the Typhoon, with its Captor-E active phased array radar, Meteor air-to-air missiles and Storm Shadow cruise missiles, offers unparalleled capabilities, unrivaled strategic strike capability, and air superiority, even describing it as very close to a fifth-generation aircraft. This argument triggered a wide range of netizens. Many people pointed out sharply, when the Rafale fighter is not also this myth. This reflects a part of the country's decision-making circle, or the court of public opinion, a deep-rooted, Western equipment-first complex or information lag. Even in the face of the J-10CE to the iron blood of the battle performance of the answer sheet, they still tend to think that the more expensive Western weapons, more flavor. This gap between perception and reality is the challenge that China's military industry needs to continue to bridge with its strength in the international arena in the future. Undoubtedly, the J-10Ce's thunderous strike in the skies of India and Pakistan has been etched in the annals of modern air warfare with its brilliant results. This victory not only belongs to the Pakistan Air Force, but is also a strong proof of the decades of accumulation of China's aviation industry. It sends a clear signal to the world that Chinese-made fighter jets and their sophisticated avionics and weapons systems are fully capable of overcoming the enemy in the fiercest high-end confrontations. As this real-world case continues to ferment in the global defense field, the shockwaves it brings will have a profound impact on the international military trade pattern. In the future, there will be more countries based on the rational trade-off between performance and cost, and will vote for Chinese military products that have been quenched by actual combat. China's military industry is using the strength to shatter the doubts, and the test of the actual battle blossomed more and more eye-catching light.